Previously, on Rethink Your Profession.
Hi everyone. Hope you had nice holidays and that you got some well-deserved rest. We are back with a challenge. Last week was week 10, and you were supposed to go deeper into making your solution align with new European Bauhaus principles. You were asked to think about the accessibility, knowledge, and skills from other professions that you could incorporate or consider when fine-tuning your solution. We only have 3 more weeks left. Now is the time to catch up if you were behind with the work from last year. We asked you to upload all the documents. This is really important now for us to have a closer look into your work. And as always, we remain available to help you. So reach out in the WhatsApp group for any questions. We're almost there. Don't get discouraged. You can do it. See you soon.
Okay, here we are in week 11 of the Rethink Your Profession Challenge. We've been working hard over the last few weeks. You got your solution and then you made it more sustainable, more beautiful and more together. And that's exactly what's happening here on Żnian. This is a huge development in Split where they had to rethink tourism and what it means to this area. So they invested loads of money. They brought on loads of different people, from architects to permaculture designers to families, young people, old people, to think about how they could really develop a beach that's great for everyone. And they had to then think about the road mapping and budgeting, and that's exactly what you'll be doing this week. You've got to split into 2 groups at this point though, because there's a lot of work to be done here. One group of you can choose how many are in that group, will work on the roadmap, which I'll explain now. The other group of you will work on the budget, which I'll explain later.
Roadmappers.
So what is a roadmap? Well, a roadmap is basically an action plan of how you get from A to B, with B being the final destination. We want you to break things down into small, easy steps so you can think about what you need to do to get from what you had in the beginning to where you want to be at the end. When it came to Żnian, obviously there are many steps involved, and for each one they used the SMART methodology. S stands for specific, making sure that you know exactly what needs to be done. M means measurable, so you know how many or how much of something you need to do. A is achievable, making sure you can really do it. Relevant is making sure whatever you're trying to do, in this case change your profession, it needs to be relevant to those 3 new European Bauhaus values: sustainable, beautiful and together. And finally, time-based. Give yourself some timelines, give yourself some deadlines so that you know where you want to be and when you want to be there. So with Żnian, obviously not everything went to plan. Things are delayed, things are open, and they've actually got their opening event in a few days' time. As we look around, we'll see that not everything is good to go. They set the deadline and now they've done everything they can do for that deadline. When you're coming up with these pieces of the jigsaw with your action plan, also make sure that each one of them has a responsible person to oversee that, to deliver that. And remember, with this challenge, the point is that you can deliver this. Maybe you'll bring in some external expertise, but the idea overall is that you can do as much of this challenge as possible. Remember, you're not actually going to do this, but in your presentation, in your pitch, you'll be sharing your action plan with us. Now let's go over to the budgeting team.
Budgeters.
Okay, here we are outside the bank, suitable for you that are in part of the budgeting team. If you're in the budgeting team, I expect you to be either good with maths or want to be earning money. They are the key things for this team now. We've given you a template. Open up your Google Drive, you've got it in there, and there's a few things we're asking you for. For each of those actions in your action plan, we want you to think about how much does that element cost and what goes into that. You've got to think about the resources, the materials, the people, all of those things. And of course, for this activity, you can send out emails and make phone calls to get quotes for the work needed if you can't do it yourself. But please, please remember, the point of this challenge is achievable by your team. At least the majority of it should be. You'll gather all of that information together, you'll fill out the budget template, and at the end of it, you'll have a total amount in order to achieve this project you have in mind. That is called your ask. That's the amount of money you want or you need to raise in order to fund your project, and you'll be sharing that with us at the presentation at the end. We also want you to think about, where could this money come from? What sources of finance? Is it through sales? Is it publicly funded? Is it privately funded? Do you need to get a loan? All of these things as well, you'll see in the template. So there you have it. You have your people that are making the action plan and the people that are making a budget. You're going to have to work together, but then break up for your individual parts. As always, if you need any help during this process, reach out to your mentors, check out the templates, check out the cheat sheet, and good luck with this part, which is crucial to the pitch in the end.